Welcome back to Digibest, guys. I have this absolutely crazy hybrid deck that took second place at locals today. Weird color mix. It's so strange. We'll just jump straight into it and you can see just how weird it is. So, starting with the babies. Yellow bottoms, 3 of the Upamon and 1 on Demi V. Player says that they'd run the 4th if they had the 4th on them. I'll make sure that he'll get the 4th, definitely. So, really good Upamon, get that extra draw card. This hybrid format is very aggressive, so getting the extra card so you can stay aggressive and hit into security, very important. And Demi V, just to have the extra card in your nursery for later game, because often you are going in late game, because a lot of hybrid decks like yellow are healing for quite a bit. So that 5th rookie, that 5th baby is important, if we had a 5th baby anyway. So definitely the 4 Upamon when you get to it. For the rookies, 4 that Strabi and 3 of this Strabi. These Strabis can search hybrids and search tamers. This one can search any hybrid, which is important for this one, as well as the Koji and the Susanoomon. And this one can search 1 Digimon with hybrid in its traits as well, so any hybrid and any blue tamer too. So they will be evolving over your eggs, but most of the time you will be hard playing to get the on-play effects from them, and this one has the inherent effect on deletion, will get you a Koji from your hand, which is really nice. Getting the extra tamer is good so you can evolve over for more hits next turn. And for level 4s in blues, we've got the 1 Kumi for Korikakimon. Korikakimon. Really good hybrids, really good at stunning guys, just absolutely just beat sticks. Way better than the original hybrid from BT4, so definitely upgrades, as well as stunning guys are really important too, to make sure your opponent doesn't hit the game, especially in this style deck where stalling is actually quite important. And Beerwolfmon is your main guide if you're scaling up. Only 1 cost evolution, really good to get into your level 6s. But also it can bounce cards. Yeah, returning a hybrid from its sources is really good for returning cards, just removing bodies on board. For level 6s, we do have the 4 Magnagarurumon. This guy's really good for quick evolutions from your Koji, as well as bouncing guys by returning sources, really good. Plus it sticks, unlike the ancient Garurumons, ancient Greymons, all that stuff. So keeping it on board is really nice to go from them into a Susanoomon. And Susanoomon obviously absolutely devastating with killing a guy on board, as well as the +2 security attack. If it's 6 on board, you've pretty much got game next turn, considering it will be punching for 3 security. If you have another rookie, you've pretty much sold out since you've hit for perhaps a lot of damage in the previous turns. To help with all that, we've got for the Pokemon, searches your tamers, searches your hybrids. We're playing a full stack up on hybrids there, so you've got lots and lots of options when you reveal off Pokemon. And also getting the 2 memory back, really solid when you evolve over a tamer. But we're not done with our Digimon yet, even though I just showed you the whites, because we've got yellows. For Zephyr, 2 of the Kazus. That's right, we are actually playing yellow hybrids as well on this deck. These cards can evolve over your yellow tamers. Of course, Zoe, that's the main one. And they're searchable with the Pokemon. They are searchable with all your rookies, because they don't care about colors, they only search you hybrids. So they don't matter about that. As well as making your stack really strong, and your security is really good when you're stalling out, and you're also getting security with the Jet Seraphimon. So this deck is operating from 2 different fronts, from hitting your opponent really high in security and getting as fast as possible, that's what blue does, but also controlling your opponent's sources, so you can stun them by them not being able to attack if they don't have sources. Then you're also stalling out by increasing your security, which is really cool strategy, really weird strategy to mix in together, considering they are different colors. And the fact that they support one another is absolutely crazy. We're also playing Shakuyamon. This guy's really dumb. It can go over both the blues and the yellows. as well as stunning for -1 if they don't have sources, and they have ways to strip sources through your, I think it was this guy who strips sources? Yes, through your Kurumon as well. We're thinking of actually bumping the Kurumon up by 1 and taking out one of the Kurikakimon too. And then over the Seraphimon, we're playing the one Seraphimon. I mentioned earlier that this guy's an absolute powerhouse. For even though it's really low DP, if you're starting on 3 memory and you swing with and you evolve into it, it's already paying for itself with the +1 recovery. As well as if you get the hit in, you're doing 2 damage. And if your opponent doesn't out it, then you've just got 2 more damage next turn and you're off to the races. It's ridiculous. It's honestly ridiculous. On to Tamers. Back into blue, we've got the 4 Koji. You can of course do the quick evolution for 4 memory going into your Magnagarurumon. And of course it lives, of course, because it doesn't blow up from the effect, unlike the Ancient Garurumon. As well as the inherent effect is actually really important because it works with all your Strabis, all your Bokumons, and your Zoes and TK. I might as well just jump into all the Tamers while I'm here, because Zoe and TK, it's really nice cards. Searches your stack, all your yellow hybrids and all your blue hybrids, because it doesn't care about color, and it can also search your 10 warriors like the Magnagarurumon. TK does the same except for just yellows. You're only playing the 1 TK because you are running a very slimmed down yellow version, so you don't want to play too much of him, otherwise you will be losing security. And of course these guys work with the Koji, so you will be getting back the memory if this is in your sources. And the Koji, of course, really stupid. Another stupid thing it can do is the fact that it can put actually yellow hybrids underneath it, because it can put any hybrids up to 5 underneath it for the source when it evolves into the Magnagaruru. So when the Magnagaruru goes off to bounce cards, it can actually bounce things like a Jet Sylphie underneath it when it hits, and returns the Jet Sylphie to hand, so you can use it as evolution again. Say you go use your Zoe into Kazu, and then you can use your Jet Sylphie that you just added back to hand to gain security and for only 1 memory too, and swing with it if you have the memory for that. Oh, that's bonkers. I'm loving this deck more and more. TK Kari. These guys aren't bad. You have really good security control options for controlling how many security you have in your stack. So you can pretty much glide on that low security count while keeping your opponent at bay, especially with stun options. So these are actually really nice for that. As well as potentially getting that -1 security, -1 DP happens sometimes, not very often, but sometimes. Onto the options, we've got the 1 reinforced memory boost, unfortunately limited, just like this Ice Wall. Thank you, April, for bringing in the ban list. So these, honestly, really dumb cards, really powerful cards. Play them at 1 because that's all you can get out of them. Last ones, 1 Hammerspark, 1 Starlight Victory. The Hammerspark just comes up for the niche scenarios when you need to push and you just need 1 more memory to go over your Tamers. Starlight Velocity plays you Tamers or a Digimon card from out of the sources from a Digimon. This can play any color, which is pretty silly, and can facilitate your evolutions. Say you have a level 6 with a level 5 out of it, you can bring out that level 5 and then use it as evolution fodder. Probably better off with blues rather than yellows, but it can also play the Tamers, of course. So when you've got a stack like this, you can play your Starlight Velocity. This will play the Zoe, then activate the Zoe, and you've got 2 more bodies to work with once you evolve the Zoe. Unfortunately, it wouldn't be able to hit because it was just played, but it's still another body for another security hit next turn, which is really nice. And that wraps up the whole deck profile there. This took 2nd place. Honestly, I can't wait to see how this deck will change in the future with how BT7 evolves in the next coming weeks, considering this is only week 1. Definitely try out the deck if you have the cards on hand. It's a really fun one and will definitely make your opponent scratch their heads. We've got a match of this one already on the channel, so definitely check that one out. It went up against a very known tier 1 deck of purple-yellow hybrid, as well as X antibody that he actually took home. So check those out, and we'll see you next time.